Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Coming to you from my private spot in my backyard where I take my son. And I took my son about, I guess it's been about an hour ago now. But I still have my little mat out or my little chair, cushion chair thing out. So thought I'd do a video from here today. Having a little smoothie goodness while I'm here. Oh man, I got some great organic mangoes yesterday, so I put a couple of mangoes in there, a bag of spinach, tiny bit of water, and then finished it with a little bit of spirulina. Finished off a bag of spirulina and put some semi-frozen bananas in there. They weren't real frozen, but that mango banana spinach, oh, it's beautiful. About to get started, but funny little story. I got my trusty notes with me today because I just got to write everything down now. I lay out in the sun a little bit longer on the weekends. I missed a couple of days due to the weather, so I'm laying out and I'm working out. I worked out like 2 whole videos in my head. I had a subject in my head. I'm listening on my headphones to somebody else's video, but I was working out a video in my head. And I worked out too, almost 2 full videos in my head, but by the time I had done finished taking my son, I had forgotten them. So yeah, I got to make detailed notes. That's just how I roll. So talk today is, don't let others drag you down. As Tanny Raw always says, people have pockets full of excuses, and that's just yet another one of the excuses. Is even though people complain about it, I think they kind of enjoy having those built-in excuses. Well, the excuse of the family. The family's, well, I got to make food, or they're keeping this around the house, or they're making it so hard for me. And just complaining about the people around you doing that is just another excuse. It is a challenge. I'm sure you know me, I don't have to deal with that, so it's easy for me to say that. But in the end, it's like if you value this, if you believe in this, if this is the lifestyle you want to live, you're not going to use that as an excuse. The way I'm looking at it is, instead of letting these people in your household drag you down, oh, well, had to go out for such and such occasion, so I had to eat this. Oh, the kids had this event, so had to do this. Well, they have this around the house, and I tick, 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 tick. There's just another excuse, and it's all about people outside yourself. Only you control your own behavior. And in the end, like I say, I'm not judging this to say, you're weak or you're this or that. I'm just saying this is what you have to deal with. If you live with people, people in your family, people in your household, or people in your work every day, and you're going to do this lifestyle and they're not doing it, this is just what you have to deal with. So you have to decide either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. But, that's just kind of an out, using the people around you for excuses. Why don't you... This is a good one that I said down here. Why not be the example for them instead of letting them pull you down? And you don't have to, just don't let them be an excuse for you not living on your highest vibration, or let them always, just be grabbing on and pulling you back down. It may be tough. I'm sure it's really tough, especially in the beginning when there's people around you that aren't supporting you, that are eating things that you don't need to see at this time. So it's tough, but that's just your circumstances. If you are if you're not living in a pod of other raw vegans, that's just what you have to deal with, and you just have to figure a way to make it work. Now, what I would suggest is, like I say, be the leader, and let the example of this lifestyle just show for them. And you don't have to preach. You don't have to be confrontational with people. In fact, when they're giving you a hard time, I knew this would happen. There hasn't been any noise outside today, and as soon as I step outside, some guys, they're always doing something on their houses here, and I can't even really say, okay, well, you're just trying to make an improvement anyway. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, you don't have to be confrontational. You don't have to preach to the people around you. And in fact, if they're going to give you a hard time, absorb it. Take it. Stop being so weak. Stop being so delicate. Oh, well, they're being mean to me and my family's not supporting, the co-workers aren't supporting me. So what? Put your head down. Put that nose to the grindstone. Do your thing. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. Work your plan. Get stronger. Lose that weight. Clear up that skin. Bounce around with energy. Be a new you. Let them see how your eyes clear up. Just keep doing what you're doing And as you go further and further, they're going to see. They're going to see what the results are. They're going to see what your demeanor is, what your attitude is, the way you are with people. And you can be a very big example without being so dramatic, without having to complain about, well, you're holding me back, or why don't you support me? Just do it. Just put your head down and do the work. Live your lifestyle and let them see the results of that. So yeah, if you do this, eventually they're not going to be able. They can't just you know, if you really buckle down and you continue on your path, you get cleaner and cleaner, and you get fitter looking, you get healthier looking, you get the energy. Like I'm saying, I'm just kind of repeating myself there. They're not going to be able to not notice. And actually, I've found, like in my path, that I have some strange people coming to me asking me questions now that probably would, like from my day-to-day life, they're not good friends, but they're just people that know me, you know, from day to day. They're asking me questions now that probably would not have been the type people that would have any interest whatsoever. And if I'd have been like that preachy person towards them, or tried to, you know, just like approach them in that way, but they just see me quietly doing my thing. They quietly see how I share things, what I do. I don't really, you know, I'm not out there with the aggressive messages and the aggressive memes to share on Facebook and stuff. I just try to, you know, put the truth out there, put what I'm doing out there, and let them see the results. And a lot of them know there was a big contrast. They remember the crazy, so I think a lot of them are just seeing like, wow, is this dude for real? Like, he was just such a different person 5 years ago. It's almost like, I think some of them are even just kind of finally starting to be like, okay, is this guy putting on some kind of act? And they see, you know, I've sincerely made a change in my life and what the results have been. But, or if you don't want to do this, you can just keep on whining and use these people as just another one of the excuses in your pocket that you pull out. Another one of the reasons why this lifestyle's hard, why you can't do it, why, and why you'll eventually be off to some other probably health program or weight loss program to try to do something else that's going to be easier. So stick to your guns. Be that inspiration for the people around you, but don't be annoying. You know, you're never going to win people over by being annoying, by preaching to them, by bugging them, by nagging them. Especially us men. I know it's more of the women that deal with this. I don't think there's near as many of like males in the family or males with a partner that are doing raw vegan that have the family that's not. It's more on the other foot. So, you know, ladies, just do what you got to do to stay on your path and let them see what you do. And eventually they'll either they'll come to it or they won't. But they're not going to come to it by you, you know, berating them or like bugging them all the time. They're going to come to it by seeing you get the results. And if you let them keep dragging you down, you're not doing them any favors, because when you let them keep dragging you down and pulling you away from getting the results that you could get from this lifestyle, if you were really living it like you want to live it, like you know it should be lived, you would be making more progress, and they would see more visible progress. I think a lot of times why people don't get the support from the family that they would like, or they can't convince the family of anything, is because they don't stick to it themselves and they let their family pull them out of it. So ergo, they're not getting the results that they could be getting, and their family's looking at them, and they're probably looking at them like they don't understand that's why, but they're just looking at them like, well, so-and-so keeps preaching this, keeps doing this, but I don't see any weight loss. She's got bad skin, he's got bad skin. They're not seeing the positive because you're being pulled off your plan. So, do your own thing. Don't let anybody out there pull you down. Don't let anybody out there pull you down. I don't care what the associations are. People always act like, I don't care if it's your blood family, I don't care if it's your married family. You matter. And that, you know, as long as you're doing something good for yourself, you're just fooling yourself. There's no reason that you don't deserve to do for you. You don't have to put everybody else first at the, you know, at the expense of your own health. You know, you got to take care of you. Like we'll always say, you got to put the oxygen mask on you before you can help anybody else. You've got to be healthy and strong before you can make a difference in anybody else's life. Other, you're talking about a lifestyle that people will have no interest in because they can't see it working through you. Once they can see it working through you, then they have something visual, something they can touch in front of them that gives them a reason for doing this. So whether you're doing it, do it one for yourself. Don't let people pull you off of your path, no matter what they think, kids, family, I don't give a damn. You're doing something good for you. You're not hurting anybody else. So you don't have an obligation to do things that are unhealthy for you for loved ones. That's backwards thinking. Anyhow, just a weekend rant going on here. I hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you are getting some good weather and some good outside time wherever you are this weekend. All right, see you guys soon. Peace.